And first of all, thank you, Dr. Rex, for inviting me for this wonderful meeting. We had some beautiful lectures in the morning, like which touched all basics of TKR and some wonderful case presentations by Pradeep. So now we are going to some fancy toys in the field of total knee replacement. Robotics is a new kid, maybe the fastest growing kid also. A point that needs to be pondered whenever we discuss any new technologies, each successful innovation is made to improve the quality of existing technology. Or in other words, solely such technology will survive the test of the time. For a successful TKR, we need to achieve these three things: proper bone resection, perfect gap balancing, and a good soft tissue. So the initial attempt was to align the process in the mechanical axis. So cutting perpendicular to the tibial axis and then aligning femur based on that was the naturally best thought process. It looked simple, but not very easily reproducible. So a much more simpler protocol was derived, which is basically make cuts predefined and then fill the gap with poly. But just like in case of smart gadgets, like we had two different ways of achieving a balanced TKR, flexion gap method and measure resection method. Things didn't end there. Later on, we realized that functional rotation axis of knee doesn't correspond to the mechanical or anatomical axis. So new alignment philosophies came. Instead of mechanical axis, we have functional axis like kinematic axis, reverse kinematic axis, restricted kinematic, and so on. And each proponents had their own like positives and minus negatives. And things again got complicated with medial pivoting, bicruciate, retaining, etc., etc. And we were trying to recreate the normal new kinematics of native knee into an abnormal knee that will place it inside. So what happened is like we have come a long way in the evolution of TKR, but still the reality is around 20% of patients where surgeons is happy with the x-rays, but the patient is not happy. And the question still remains unanswered. What philosophy we should follow? All philosophies gives a comparable pros and cons. So we are still confused. To this confused arena, the new avatar came, which we are discussing now, the robotic TKR. So when I first heard of robotic TKR, this is what I came to my mind. Like I think the seniors will be familiar with this gadget, like the age-old instrument used for chain survey, same as the age-old jigs we use for TKR. I thought just like the total station equipment, which replaced the chain survey now, I think the robots will replace the jigs and also will give a definite way of most accurate alignment and balancing. Another situation what we can compare is this, like of course we orthopods are regarded as glorified carpenters, and you know how difficult it was in earlier days to do a sculpting. It was done freehand and solely dependent on the expertise and artistic talent of the sculptor, just like our jig-based TKR. Just like how mechanization and computerization completely changed the scenario and how it helped even an unskilled, non-artistic person to do beautiful artwork, the TKR robotics is going to make every ortho surgeon producing excellent arthroplasty results. Probably the marketing people of each robot companies was pushing the same thought process to all of us. So I was also so excited to welcome the new kid to my armamentarium around 1.5 years back. But when I look back after like so much of experience in robotic surgery, I'm like still confused whether it's making our life easy or it's really giving an advantage to the patient. Was the expectations realistic? Has these robotics improved the art of TKR substantially? Or just we are seeing a beginning of a new era of a total joint replacement technology? I mean, like what we have seen in case of mobile phones 20 years back, probably that is what we are seeing in robotics now. The best is yet to come. But one point I would like to discuss in robotics is this: to err is human, and majority of these errors happen when we are careless or do not think properly. The most important thing the robo will do, or the most prominent advantage the patient gets, is that the robo makes the surgeon think. He will not do an absent-minded surgery. He cannot do an absent-minded surgery because we have to do a pre-surgical planning. I'm sure a point missed by most of the high-volume surgeons in due course of their career. I'm sure all will agree with this, like most of the high-volume surgeons over the years have developed the habit of giving just a glance to the x-rays exhibited in the theater and just going to the operation site and finishing their work in 15 to 20 minutes. And this won't work here in case of robotics. Surgeon has to think and plan. And I feel this is what the extra money spent by the institution or paid by the patient makes it worth. It's a forceful thinking. Like you have to see the X-rays, measure it, compare the CT measurements to doubly confirm it, need to size the implants, do the measurements for cutting, look at the osteophytes, decide on the distal femoral and proximal tibial cuts, look at the posterior condyle size, look at the rotations, flexion extension, look for notching, all these things which probably we are not doing when we are doing a conventional TKR now. And same thing happens during procedure also. During TKR, once you become, quote unquote, the experienced arthroplasty surgeon, you start driving the car automatically. Takes quick decisions when approach curves and potholes and jump over it. And sometimes like you end up in an accepted alignment and balancing instead of an acceptable alignment and balancing. And I think actually what Robo do is they prevent surgeon doing from this. The most fascinating thing I experience in robotics is this screen. Like before you start cutting, you can decide on everything and see the final result. And whichever philosophy you want to follow in alignment, you can do it here. Even you can go to the tibial cut and flexion gap first technique, so you can play around the safe zone of alignment without the fear of outliers. I feel the Robo has converted TKR, which became a monotonous procedure, to a fascinating soft skill game. In fact, that gave me confidence to play around a little bit in component positioning in jig-based TKR also, like flexing a femur a little bit or internally rotating a femur a little bit, which we will never think of doing when we do a jig-based TKR. So these were the advantages proposed for a robotic TKR, like consistency, precision, natural feeling results for the patient, it's a safe procedure, reproducible and unparalleled outcomes, minimal blood loss, improved knee mechanics, reduced knee pain, quick rehabilitation. Are these things true? Now we have to look back and see. My personal experience, I feel like the blood loss is little minimal compared to the other one because like we are not violating the medullary cavity, basically. And the pain is little less, not a major difference, little less because like the soft tissue handling and bone cutting are like minimal in case of robotic surgery. These are the two advantages I felt in my practice. So let's see what is the literature says. This is published in last year. Actually, it's a good paper, a meta-analysis, which have gone through more than 1,600 papers published in robotic. And these are the points like they have checked in most of the papers, like change in HKA ankle, tourniquet time, operative time, Oxford knee score, range of movements, HSS score, and WOMAC pain score. Interestingly, the range of movements, pain, and functional activity showed no significant difference between the robotic TKR and jig-based TKR. The robotic TKR seems to be inferior in deviation of HKA angle from mean, and it takes more operative time and more tourniquet time, which technically or theoretically, which can lead on to more infections and more DVTs. So what patient seeks, like what patient wants in case of TKR, they want three things: stability, effective pain relief, and enhanced functionality. And both jig-based TKR and robotic TKR gives the same results for the patient in both these three patients. So far it's around 15 years now we are into robotics, and the honest answer when we compare both is that both are same. But there is difference in uni knee replacements. A lot of cadaveric studies and clinical studies show that it's more accurate in case of uni knee. Robotic TKR is more accurate in uni knee placements. And we cannot blame the learning curve also. That is what the companies do. Once the learning curve is over, you'll be better. But this paper says that the learning curve only improves your time. But your component alignment, limb alignment, and gap balance exclusively depends on the surgeon's knowledge and experience, not on robot. And this is a paper published last year in Journal of Arthroplasty. They compared robot versus total knee arthroplasty jig-based. In case of cost and quality metrics, they find no difference at all between these two. And this is the longest paper, follow-up paper available. It's 15 years of follow-up of Robodoc TKR, which is the first robotic TKR, and they have found no difference in implant survivorship or complications in 15 years. So what is the message? Robo era has just started. Now I think just it's a more accurate tool to the surgeon, nothing more. It's not a robo yet, as the whole thinking is done by surgeon only. But it helps for more safety and accuracy, like an instrument landing system for flights, but a long way to go. I'm sure with AI, VR, and such kind of technologies added, this may become a rule in the future. Definitely a better tool than navigation, which came in between and went off, like the pagers came in between and went off before the cell phones came. Today, the role of robotics is more in the marketing field, to be honest. that glorifies the profile of the surgeon and the profile of the hospital. Also, our people are more and more becoming gadgets freak, and there will be more and more demand for such innovations among the public. Good for surgeons in terms of volume, good for patients in terms that makes the surgeon plan, think, and do, but bad for surgeons in terms of effort and time they have to put in for each case. But maybe it will become a stepping stone to make the 100% happy TKR patients when more and more technology is added to this robo. Thank you.